good, guys? Thank y'all for coming back to kick it with a real raw brown skin John. And if this is your first time to my channel, thank you for strolling your ass on through. Before we get started, I just need y'all to go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button, and turn on them post notifications so you know when your girl about to drop some heat in these streets. You feel me? Alright, so we're just gonna jump right into it. As you can tell by the title, you make me feel like home. Love is blind. And it'll take over your mind. All right, but yeah, for real though, having someone make you feel at home is a must. Like, of course you want your significant other to be your safe haven, you know what I'm saying? Like, it only makes sense, right? Yeah. But what happens when one person is elevating and the other one isn't? And it doesn't have to be, something just came to me just now, it doesn't necessarily have to be that one isn't elevating, because both of you could be elevating just in different ways in your life, right? And that means just going about things differently. You're doing all this work, you know, and let's say the other one isn't putting in the same amount of effort as you. They're not trying to go for the same goals as you, right? Or let's say, you know, you guys are trying to work on a relationship, maybe you're having some issues or whatever, but all they can do is bring up your past, the old you, your old ways of doing and being, right? And then it starts to feel like sometimes that homey feeling could really become fucking toxic after a while. Like, you love home. Home is your, you know, your refuge, but then you start to feel like, I got the fuck out of here. I feel stifled. You know what I'm saying? I got the fuck on. Like, it's crazy, you know? And that's kind of the same energy. It's almost like feeling like you want to fly, you want to leave the nest, you pretty little bird, but you feel like you can, you know? And I know it's gonna sound weird, like, oh, you want to leave the nest, but it's more so like, you have desires, you have needs, you have wants, you have aspirations, you have goals, you have ambitions, right? And it is up to us to go after each one of those things that we want for our life, right? And sometimes you're going to be put in a position where it's going to test you. Is this more important than your life? You know, where you going to see yourself soon, or want to see yourself at all, period. And so it's like, do you stay and you wait it out until the vision matches? You know, it's like you've invested so much time. It could be 6 months, 6 years, 16 years, you know, and you're like, damn, yo, I put in hella work, hella effort, hella energy in this shit. I'd be damned if I'm about to just see it go. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was all of that for then, you know? Nah, we gonna work this through. We gonna rock this out. Or it could be like, damn, if I let her go, who the fuck, you know what I'm saying? She could be with anybody, or vice versa. He could be with anybody. I ain't letting him go. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna really be happy, or she's gonna really be happy if they go live their life, they truth, you know? And that doesn't necessarily have to be attaching themselves to another person. It's just living out their true desires, their true self, their true whatever, right? I mean, okay, so I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to follow through my notes and still speak to you guys. But question though, like, what do you do in the event that you ready to flap your wings, they ready to flap their wings, maybe not, or y'all ready to fly off in different directions, or, you know, that's what it's looking like, that's what it's leading up to? What do you do? You know? And it's like, yes, your time and your energy and everything is valuable, facts, but let's think, are we staying in this relationship because of genuine love and affection and I want to be here? Or, as we were going into, is it codependency? Is it attachment? Codependency is simply put feeling like you need that person for whatever. It could be financial, it could be for because you have low self-esteem or insecurities, and this person, you feel like they're the only one that knows how to boost you up or make you feel a certain way, so you stay there, you stick there, you know, knowing that your heart wants to go elsewhere, or knowing that your desires, because you can feel it inside, you know, your mind, you see things, you see your future, you see yourself doing this, you see yourself being like this, but you're like, that's too far-fetched. So you settle, right? Even when it comes down to relationships, you're like, I want this type of relationship, I want this type of love, but everybody can't, you know, everybody don't understand that, so you just gotta settle for what you get, right? Wrong, motherfuckers. Wrong. You do not settle for anything below what you want or need. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? And it's like to come at nobody's neck, but it's like really to put some real juice in your head though. Like, what the fuck? Do they even sound right? No, it don't. You know, and then I know that a lot of people will be like, well, you know, we got all, you know, so you got to sacrifice. We got all this stuff together, and like, how will you people just break apart? Nah, I know that you can't just necessarily sometimes walk away overnight, but are you even taking the steps to say, listen, man, I gotta work on me. I gotta work on me, because it gets to a certain point where if you're feeling the lack in a relationship, and let's say they are too, y'all gonna resent each other after a while. And it ain't no, it should not be no resentment towards the other person, because you are in control of what the hell going on in your life. So you can't be mad at him. You can't be mad at her because it's not working. Be mad at you because you're sitting in it, you know, and it's not making you happy. It's nothing sufficing here. All right. And then it's like, again, like I say, love is so blinding. I'm just reading what I wrote here. Because sometimes we feel so deeply and we love so hard, and we tend to ignore our own needs as for the satisfaction and the benefit of the next person, losing sight of what the fuck our heart and our soul is yelling out to us. Like, you don't want that though. I know it feels like you do. It seems like you do. In society, that person, whatever, is molding you to feel like you do, but you don't want it that way. You live motherfucking this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, be real about that shit. Tap in and feel that and own up to it. That's okay. That's you. You know what I mean? That's your individuality. That's you. You dig me? And so it's just like, dude, you don't want to, you just don't want to spend your time doing that, okay? Because that's a lot of time of life just being wasted. And we're not going to say it's wasted, because everything is a lesson learned. If it's not a win, it's not a W. It's not an L as a loss. It's an L as a lesson. You know what I'm saying? So you never lose. You know what I mean? So don't look at it as a negative connotation over your life, right? And then it's brings me to the point where it's like, for real though, like, who would you be doing a disservice to? Because then it brings you to like, well, I've been with this person for so long and I don't want to leave. You know, we do have all of these things together. We do have kids. We do have financial ties. We do have, you know, and it's like, okay, I get it. But who would you be doing a disservice to in the end? Because let's think about it. If you stay, you don't really get what you want, or you got to fight for it like ultra hard, and it should never be, you know. And even if when you're fighting for it, you still might not get what you want exactly, right? And it's like, but if you leave though, you can attract exactly what the fuck you want to you. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, oh, I don't want to hurt them. Like, this person's been so good to me. Da, 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 da. I understand that, and I hate to say it so negatively, but that's not your problem. That's for them to have to go to the divine God, the universe, and call on that energy, you know, call on themselves, call on whatever force they believe in to help them through this process to heal, so they can understand, you know. So, you know, you don't want to do a disservice. Basically, what I'm saying is you're going to be doing this disservice to your damn self, not them. You know, you're going to feel like you're doing a disservice to them, because you're going to feel like I'm breaking somebody's heart, I'm walking away from somebody. But that's not what that's about. You know what I'm saying? It's not about hurting you. It's not even about them. You know what I'm saying? It's about how you feel and what you are needing right now. That's never to say that it can't come back, but if you know that you're experiencing a lack, then, you know, let's fix that first before we can focus on companionship, because maybe it is that exact situation, that exact companionship that's making you feel the lack. You know, so let's always take a second back to look at the shit from a bigger perspective, not from your ego, not from their ego. Let's look at it from our higher selves. Like, let's look at it from a bird's eye view. What's really going on in these streets? You know what I'm saying? Like, and just know, like, the recovery process and the healing process should not be ignored. Don't feel like, well, I'm gonna be good, I'm gonna be all right, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna get through this, or try to go through all these different things to kind of, numb yourself from feeling that pain or thinking about that, because you feel like, damn, I just spent X amount of time, X amount of years investing in this shit, and I don't even have a future with this person. Oh man, like I don't even know where I'm going, what I'm doing, because you're gonna be feeling like, man, like I just wasted so much time, energy, money, resources, my life here, and I don't even have a fucking future. Like, what do I do with that? You know what I'm saying? How do I heal from that? But family, let me tell you, please listen to me. Please understand that my heart, this is why I do this shit, because I get it. And now that I've grown and I've healed through things, I know that I've been called to share how did you do it? You know what I'm saying? How? So what I'm saying is, understand that I get it. This whole idea is easier said than done. Like, I totally get that, right? But if you are going through this and you've been feeling like this secretly to yourself, and it might not even be a secret, it might just be real, loud in your relationship, but you're not. I thought my son was up, I'm sorry. But you still just there. Y'all still just stuck. Y'all still just there. You know what I'm saying? Drop a phone in the comments if you get ready to answer that call, though. Ain't nobody on this earth calling you. It's the divine I'm talking about. Drop a phone in the comments if you're going to answer that call. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not feeling like this for nothing. You have a right to have the exact life that you want. And honestly, the life that we want don't even compare to the life of the divine that is already laid out and mapped out for us. We just have to we have to go down that road, though. We can go wherever we want to go, but it might not lead you to, what you want, but it might not lead you to what was divinely, in store for you. So, don't live your life completely, with all these inhibitions and your fear and complacency and just deciding, I'm gonna just settle. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, my butt really want to be out here in the camera. That's crazy. But you deserve a prosperous, loving relationship. And if you feel like that it's not meeting your needs, this is also to the motherfuckers out there. This is men and women who be cheating on the other person, and then you try to butter them up, and then y'all other ass, you stay. Stop letting that motherfucker play with you like that. You know what you deserve. You ain't nobody door fucking that. You know what happens when you tell these motherfuckers you okay with this type of shit? And it's not just cheating. All of this that I'm speaking on. You telling the universe, you telling God, you telling them, you telling yourself, and whoever else got an eye looking in, that you okay with that. You okay for the settlement. You okay being the sacrifice. Remember that word was the sacrifice. Sacrifice whom? What? Me? Never. You can't do that. You can't do that, because you lose out in the end. You lose out. You've wasted so much time and energy, and you still don't have nothing to show for it. You don't have the life that you desire. You don't have the love that you desire. It's okay, yo. It's gonna hurt like a motherfucker, especially when you had it fixated for this person. Trust me, I know. You had it fixated. You couldn't see past this person. There was nobody else there but them. I promise you, the moment that you decide to put yourself first, the divine is going to start orchestrating everything for you, and it's going to all make sense in the end. But you got to allow yourself that time to heal. You got to first you got to acknowledge this shit. You got to accept it, and you got to break free from it. And then you got to take those steps that you need to do to go heal from it. And God will show you the way. The divine will show you the way. But you gotta be vigilant. You gotta be on point. You gotta pay attention, and you gotta be willing to do that type of work. You know what I'm saying? But don't argue with me, because you really don't have to. If you really don't want to, I'd really be upset if y'all seen Blank Man drop. If y'all seen Blank Man Zero Superhero emoji, yeah, drop that shit in the comments, yo. If y'all seen Blank Man, right? But to wrap everything up, don't allow your idea of love to blind you. You know, the more you connect with yourself, you're connecting with the divine, and that in itself will show you what true love should look like and feel like, you know. And so I hope that this reaches whoever it needs to reach, and I hope that the message was clear enough for you. I hope that you know, you guys come back and kick it with me some more. I got some more gems. I got some more, you know, tools. I got some more laughter with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just, I really do pray that, you know, whoever this message is for, that you do find it and you're able to use these tools to go and start your journey to heal yourself, to whatever it is that you got to do. Whatever you need to use this message for, just please use it in the best of your ability. You know what I'm saying? And before I let y'all go, let me tell you something. Always keep your shit real. Tell the truth. Always keep your shit raw. No holds barred. Come back and kick it with a brown skin John. You feel me?